What's up guys, it's your boy Nimbus here, and today we have a guide on the Dave the Diver event. I'm going to be explaining how to do everything optimally, the route for the first day, how the game works, and what you guys need to be doing to make sure you can get this done as efficiently as possible. So yeah, let's get into the video. Alright guys, so here is the guide. And this is created by Wacky Beans, so I'm going to be linking this in the description because it is super in-depth and super easy to understand, and it covers literally everything. So first and foremost, I guess, is if you guys want video guides on each and every single day, Wacky Beans has a video guide for literally every single day, so you can see the route he takes and what he does. So I guess like the first most important thing is if you guys already did the tutorial, you should have like a basic understanding, but I will, when I'm doing day one, kind of explain everything. Another thing is that's really important is if you guys end up bricking one of the runs, what you guys want to do is make sure that you do not go back up to the surface. The second you go back up to the surface, the run is, you're done for the day, right? So I messed up on the first day and I went back up to the surface after trying to reset the run. And I pretty much had to wait a day to try again. So if you guys do brick a run, make sure you just wait till you run out of oxygen, and then it'll let you try again 2 more times per day. So again, do not go back up if the run's bricked. Just wait for your character to die and then try it again. So kind of some really important things. First and foremost is that this is going to be what the guide looks like. So essentially you have a route and it tells you what you need to get. Essentially there's pictures because we can't read Korean, and then the route is right here. Some other really important things here are these, what are they? These little green things. These little green things on the map. Let me zoom in so you guys can see it better. Oh, you can't zoom in. Okay. Well, when you guys are looking at this guide, these little green circles on the map, like here and here, those are air reservoirs, which means if you're about to run out of air, you can pause the game, look at the map, and then go grab one of these. So essentially what it does for every single day on the guide is it gives you a route of what you're supposed to, or how you're supposed to go. There's a video that you guys can check to watch to kind of see how they do it. And then on top of that, it also tells you what to do in the restaurant, what to sell, and then what to upgrade, right? So once you finish, like for example, on day one, if we go back here, first it tells you what we're getting. So we're going to be getting 11 jellyfish and half of the humphead parrotfish. Then we look at it, it tells us the route. So it tells us go this way, and then it tells you how many of each are in each certain area. So it'll say like, oh, there's 2 jellyfish here, there's 3 jellyfish here. And then it'll tell you the route. And then it'll also tell you where all the oxygen is for the route. So it'll tell you go here, 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 and then grab some oxygen, then go here, 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 and then go back up, right? So once you finish the route and once you collect the prescribed amount, you make sure that you go back up and then you finish it. It then tells you what to sell at the restaurant, right? So it tells you what to upgrade at the restaurant. So for example, here we're going to be upgrading the fried egg sushi to level 5, and then it tells us how much to sell. And then it also tells us what to upgrade for our actual gear. So it'll tell us to upgrade our air tank to level 2. It'll tell us to upgrade our storage box to level 2. And then it also tells you to hire staff, right? So each single day has a detailed guide on what you're supposed to be doing, has a detailed guide on the route, and has a detailed guide on the restaurant, right? So now that you guys have this, let me just kind of go into the actual gameplay and explain what we're doing, so you guys can kind of follow along. Alright, so this is a recording I have of me doing it. So it is going to be a little bit faster here, just because I didn't do commentary over it because I was trying to stay locked in. So pretty much on day one here, what we're trying to do is just collect 11 jellyfish and half of that humphead parrotfish, I think it's called. And so again, in the guide that I'm going to link below, the route is already like shown and the full guide is there. So pretty much all we're going to do is just go ahead, follow the route, collect all 11 jellyfish, collect half that parrotfish, and then we're going to go to the restaurant. So if you guys don't really like understand the route, you can kind of just follow along what I'm doing. And so just for like future reference, anything that has a little like red dot above its head, any fish with a red dot above its head, it is aggressive, so it's going to try and hit you, and if it hits you, you start losing more oxygen. Another thing here is when you guys press escape, the game gets paused, right? So what I'm doing here is I'm already overweight because I caught this fish, which is really heavy. It's 3.8 kilograms. So what you can do is just pause and manage your inventory. And also, if you're not sure how many jellyfish or whatever fish you caught for whatever day you have in your inventory right now, you can just press escape, and then you will be able to, count and check. So I'm just gonna throw it out. And then, as you can see, my oxygen's not moving while I'm in this menu because the game's paused. And then, so here's the parrotfish. I'm just trying to catch it slowly. It's very, very persistent. So I just end up just like knifing it down, unfortunately. And yeah, so we pick it up, and then we have it. So then we just keep following the route, Another thing to note here, guys, is you don't want to go, on the first day at least, below 39.2 depth. If you go below that, you start losing air really, really fast, right? And so what you want to do is, if anything, just like kill it with your harpoon, and then drop down really fast and grab the jellyfish if they're a little bit below the depth. So here, as you can see, I'm like staying at 38.8. I do not want to go below 39.2 because I still have more of the route to complete. And so yeah, so I'm just gonna go and just like harpoon them down, make sure that I don't really. So here's 39.1, 39.2. If you don't want to go below that, I'm staying above that depth, and once they're like all dead, I'm just gonna swoop in really quick and then grab it. So I'm just seeing here, I'm really like overweight right now, but I need all of this stuff, so I'm kind of just stuck with it. And then, so I'm going to go use my little scooter I picked up, and then, so here again, as you can see, like this one is aggressive. The jellyfish are aggressive, but they're stationary, so they just do damage if you touch them. And then yeah, I'm gonna go collect the last couple jellyfish. And then let's see here. Yeah, so here again, these ones with the little red dots above them, they're like, as you can see, they're like pulling up on me, right? They're trying to do damage to me. So what I end up doing is pulling out the blicky and handling them, right? So I am losing oxygen really fast here, and you can't really do anything about it. So here again, the blicky, I stay strapped, you know that. And then yeah, so here I'm running out. I get really, really close, but on the guide, again, the green circles on the guide are oxygen reservoirs. So when you're running low, you should always like keep a little mental map of where the oxygen reservoirs are. And again, you can pause the game at any point if you need to check, right? Just press escape, open your inventory, and then refer back to the guide and just check where everything is. And then yeah. Also, another thing that's really, really important, guys, I cannot stress this enough. If you brick a run, do not go back up for air. Do not go back up for air. So you have 3 attempts, but the second you go back up for air, your attempt is complete for the day. So if you just like AFK and drown in the, like on the run, you'll respawn back at the boat and you have 2 more attempts. But the second you go back up for air, you're done for the day. So if you guys brick a run, make sure you don't go back up. Make sure that you run out of air, you die, and then you try the run again. Because I did that yesterday, and that's why I'm a day behind now on schedule. I tried to restart, and I went back up to restart, and that ended my run for the day. So that one is really, really important. Make sure that it's okay if you guys mess up the first 2 times. Just make sure you don't go back up until you're done the run. So here, that's the route I took for day 1, and that's kind of how you refer to the guide too. And yeah, as you can see here, I have all the things I need. And then now we go to the sushi shop, right? So again, referring back to the guide, it tells you what to do. It tells you what you're trying to sell for the first day. So for day 1, it says we need 7 of the egg things, right? Of the egg sushis. So those are the ones from the fried egg jellyfish sushis. So what you need to do here is add it or upgrade it. So as you see on like one of the buttons, left control is to enhance. So you just click enhance here, you level it up to the prescribed level, which in this case is level 5, and then you just add it to the menu. So it says on the first day, we're supposed to be selling 7 of these. And then again, so if the tutorial wasn't super clear, I'll just break down what we're doing again. You want to just serve the customers with soup, like tea, I guess, or sushi. And so something that one of my friends Rez told me is that just hold it down for 4 seconds or until it's like around here on the second little notch. And then once you let go, it should be at perfect. And then here you pick up the sushi from Bancho, you give it over to the person in the order they came in. It's really important because they start getting pissed off, and if they get too upset, they leave, and then you don't hit the amount. So you just pick up the sushi from Bancho, run it over. If they end up leaving like dishes behind, you just go up to them, mash A and D, and then it gets cleaned, and then you just keep running the sushi from Bancho. If they ask for tea, you pour the tea, and then you just keep doing it over and over. So another thing here is, once this thing starts like pointing, or once like the bar on this is full, let me just rewind a little bit. As you can see, when it runs out, you need to go and clean or like grind more wasabi or whatever. Yeah, you need to grind more wasabi, and until you grind the wasabi, Bancho will not make more sushi. So what you need to do is keep an eye on this little thing here on the right, and make sure that it is about, like, when it's about to be empty, you're ready to like replace it. Because as you can see here, I end up with like some really close calls because Bancho is delayed because I did not clean or refill the wasabi for him. So yeah, and then so once you sell off all the sushi, you end up with extra or 269 gold, which is how much you're supposed to have. The reason I have more than that is, again, because I bricked the first day by accident. And then so also in the guide it tells you what you need to upgrade. So I think there's a bit of like a translation, like something like lost in translation, I guess, where it says cargo box, but in the GMS version it's called the waterproof box. So that's just something to refer to. But yeah, so on the first day after we finish Bancho Sushi, we end up upgrading the air tank to level 2, and then we also end up upgrading the waterproof box to level 2. And after that, we are done for the first day. And then you can start the story, you end up getting some rewards, and yeah, that's pretty much how we use it. We just do what the guide says. I'm also going, so like in the guide I'm going to be linking, there's also going to be video tutorials. Shout out to Wacky Beans for that. So yeah, if you guys need to see someone else do it, Wacky Beans already has a full guide for the whole day. And also, yeah, that's just kind of how you guys read the guide, how you parse it, and then how you play Bancho Sushi. And if you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We're currently gunning for 2,000 subs. You guys have been killing it. And yeah, I also stream at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time from Sunday to Thursday. So if you guys wanted to pull up to the stream, it's twitch.tv/NimbusReboot, or I also stream on YouTube, so you guys can catch me there. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!
Holy shit, dude! Holy shit!